October 19. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Bam, Leute! Herzlich willkommen zurück zu Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. In der letzten Folge hatten wir den zweiten Gerichtstag und wir haben noch kein Urteil gefällt. Aber wir haben dafür herausgefunden, dass der Mord bei Studio 2 stattgefunden hat und nicht, wie angenommen, bei Studio 1. Und das bedeutet, wir haben neue Suspekte am Start. Und das müssen wir jetzt am letzten Tag noch herausfinden. Ja, that was a close one. Ach, Mia. Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Hä? Ja, sie ist wieder zurück, ne? Maya. So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Ach ja? Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's a new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, you have no time to waste. So ist es. Der letzte Tag. Hier muss alles geregelt sein. Ich weiß gar nicht, was eigentlich passieren würde, wenn wir es nicht rausfinden würden. Spoiler, das passiert nie. Wahrscheinlich würde dann einfach, ne? Ja, ich weiß nicht. Theoretisch müsste ja dann Unschuld gelten, sofern nicht anders bewiesen. Naja. Talk mir ein bisschen. The Stelle Samurai, der nie verliert, aber irgendwie doch. Naja. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. The director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Oder einer von den anderen Leuten, die da waren, aber die scheinen ja nicht sehr wichtig zu sein, deswegen schließen wir die mal aus. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Ja, eigentlich schon. Any ideas? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? Sie war doch bewusstlos, quasi. I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to Will Powers? Will Powers, right. Machen wir das doch mal, aber jetzt können wir bestimmt noch mal... Ah ne, ist ja immer noch das gleiche Kapitel. Wir gucken trotzdem, wie es unserer Pflanze geht. Ja, okay. Es tut mir leid für dich. Ja, dann gehen wir mal ins Detention Center. Visitor's Room. Mr. Wright, you did it very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, Will Powers, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. So, fangen wir mal mit Mr. Hammer an. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business.
but he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Mr. Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eyes. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. Here is pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that.
Can't imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Ja. Und was denn mit dieser Vasquez? Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studio for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and
what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Okay, scheinbar ist irgendwas anderes noch vorgefallen. Können wir dir was geben? Nee. Na dann, tschüss. Dann gehen wir zum Main Gate. Und ja, die ist natürlich auch wieder da. Warum sollte sie nicht da sein? Wäre ja schön gewesen. Wir mögen uns nicht, ich weiß. Kannst du mich einfach durchlassen? Genau, einfach ohne Reden. Einfach mit gar kein Reden. Lecker Köftespieß zusammen nachher. The old Wimberg sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet... I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted.
You eat, you die.
Puh, she's alive. Oh. Ah, super. Können wir dasselbe fragen? Ja, dann machen wir doch dasselbe. About Mr. Hammer.
Ah, I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sir, he's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. He treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. I was wondering about the Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way.
She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Okay. Scheint ein bisschen unantastbar zu sein. Aber kriegen wir alles hin. Wir kommen schon auf die richtige Spur. Fangen wir wieder mit der Employee Area an. Ist bestimmt wieder die Assistentin hier.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping piss, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Yarr! No touch!
Eh? Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique, indeed.
Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
Ja. Ist eine gute Idee auf jeden Fall. Hast du denn schon was herausgefunden? So, you're looking for traces of sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right there. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to the sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, testing solution on the plate changed color, alright?
So, the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills.
Looks like it.
Steak plate. Found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Ich habe auch einen ziemlich largen Bone. Okay, aber das war ja eigentlich klar. Bestätigt dann unsere Annahme. Die Investigation. How goes your investigation?
To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. Some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kinda bad of Mr. Etroff, though.
Okay, was ist denn mit ihm? How is Etroff doing anyway?
Mr. Etroff is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jackhammer's prints on the bottle.
So, that means...
Yep. Sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. Found on the table in the employee area bears Jackhammer fingerprints. Alrighty. Können wir denn hier die Platte noch irgendwie untersuchen zum Beispiel? Kriegen wir da noch ein paar Infos? The remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Ja, immer noch das gleiche, ne? Okay. Moven wir mal zum Dressing Room, wenn wir schon mal hier sind. Oh. Oh, hello. What are you doing in here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess Will Powers won't be using it anymore, so... What? Well, why? But Will Powers innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! Oh, poor Maya. Last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! Also, I heard that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? Oh, Maya komplett zerstört, Alter. I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. think evidence, rather than words, is called for here. Here, take a look at this. What? Take a look at what? My badge. It's shiny. Warum die Kids traurig sein werden? Das hier vielleicht? Also ein Beweis, dass sie richtig krass obsessed waren. Naja, probieren wir es mal. Take that! And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled, just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Wir haben noch Mr. Hammer offen. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything, she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. Film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Tell me more! Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. So, someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. That's the dirt she had on her, Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. Great! Let's just ask her and I'm sure we'll be fine. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Ja. Super! Na dann gehen wir mal zurück zur geilen Wendy. Hi, sweetie.
What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old wingback doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Who do they think make Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer!
She started to froth the mouth, Nick. Maybe you should keep a safe distance. Na, Corona distance. Tell me. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Okay, ich bin schon wieder weg. Ist gut.
Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols!
Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. He was doing filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnapper! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and they're recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Habe ich Proof? Ich meine, ich kann wieder die Sleeping Pills vorzeigen, ne? Beziehungsweise die Plate. Ich mach einfach mal. I'm sorry, Miss Oldback, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Ja, nicht direkt, dass er es gestohlen hat, aber dass halt Schlafpillen da drin waren, ne? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so.
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. Phoenix trägt einfach die alte Platte mit ihm rum, den Teller. Mit dem Knochen drauf. In der Hosentasche. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes.
Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. Ja, und zwar die fingerprints. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldback?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldback?
You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia.
Ja, so sieht's ja auch aus.
She silenced the paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldback.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldback. Ja, ist gut, Maya, also so. Wir wollen mal nicht übertreiben, ne?
Here, take this.
A photograph? Wait a second. Warum sieht Vasquez aus wie ein Mann mit Boobs? Also mal ganz nebenbei. Also das Gesicht sieht irgendwie richtig maskulin aus. Ja. Ja, und natürlich tragisch hier.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. 5-year-old photo. Shows an accident involving Jack Hammer. Dankeschön. Dann wollen wir doch direkt mal gucken, ob wir dort was entdecken. October 19, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer? Ja, möglich. Wir gehen... Ach, wir können eh nicht mehr ins Studio 1. Von daher... Studio 2! Du bist auch da. Hi. Ich habe ein Foto von dir, das sehr maskulin aussieht. Hättest du Interesse? Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Ja, gucken wir uns erstmal um hier. Die Teller würde ich mir auch gerne nochmal ansehen. This is where Salmonella and Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. Schon wieder, das hatten wir im letzten Mal auch schon, ne? Ich im Ofen nochmal. Incinerator, apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. We must not clean it much. Okay. Wir können noch sliden, stimmt. Hier, guck mal. Das ist die Stelle, wo er drauf fiel. Der namenlose Actor. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close, that fence looks dangerous. Ja, vor allem, ne? Spannend, dass er nichts dazu sagt. Okay, na dann. Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You didn't have to cancel Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. Okay, komm. Just for the lols. Das letzte auch noch. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves? Oh dear. Ja, then let's do that. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on high from getting that rare card she needed. Ja, stimmt. So, können wir hier was examinen? Gucken uns nochmal alles an. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. I've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spent that much money on those sets. Hier nochmal. This is where they had the meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Vielleicht ein Mülleimer noch. Nothing in here, that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumbled documents. Ja. Gut, die Poster muss ich mir jetzt nicht nochmal angucken. Ich kann vielleicht noch was geben, das kann ich noch ausprobieren. Present. Kann ich Ihnen das Foto zeigen? Vielleicht interessiert dich das ja. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Ich habe auch Augen im Kopf. Ja dann. Gehen wir nochmal rein. Huh. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And you think it was just an accident? Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo onto the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had that photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Hey there. Nice suits you got. Ich mag deine rote Krawatte, Dude. Die ist schick. Ja. Who are they? Professionals? They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that, where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No!
Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now.
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Wunder, dass sie überhaupt abgefahren sind. Ich meine, es ist nur ein Dude und die waren, naja, 4. Aber okay. Er ist schon breit. Ne? Der kleine Gumshoe.
Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I I wanted to set that line ever since I became a detective.
Oh.
Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? Die Vasquez. Oh, das war fix. To be continued. Das war ja mal eine fixe Episode. Nur ein bisschen über 30 Minuten. Tja. Wir wissen zwar noch nicht wie, aber scheinbar hat die Vasquez was mit dem Unfall zu tun vor 5 Jahren. Und es gibt einen Grund, warum sie das alles vertuscht. Wie wir dann aber zum Mord kommen, also wie das dann passiert ist, das wissen wir immer noch nicht so wirklich. Das heißt, wir werden einiges in der nächsten Folge dann erfahren. Bleibt gespannt, ich bin es auch. Und dann würde ich sagen, sehen wir uns beim letzten Gerichtstag in der Episode Turnabout Samurai zum Finale. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Macht's gut, Leute. Und tschö.